What's up guys, this is Nick with the Quiet Cull. I'm gonna talk to you about my drums today, what I play live, and what I also used on our new album as well, titled This Cold Rational World. I'll start off with the cymbal selection. I'm playing all Zildjian primarily. I'll start with this guy right here. This is a 19-inch A-Custom projection crash. On the far left over here, I have a 18-inch A-Custom crash as well. And then spanning far over here, going to the right side, I have a 21-inch A or Avidus Sweet Ride. Probably my favorite ride so far. It's a little on the lighter side, but I like it because you can crash it as well. Over here, I have a 20-inch A-Custom crash. The A-Custom ride actually goes really good as a crash too. So just depending on the venue or if I'm recording on songs, I'll play a 20-inch crash or I'll play a 20-inch ride. And then over here is, I call it the beast of the kit, just because it sounds super dark and super trashy sounding. This is a 18-inch Oriental. You'll see me combine this on various cymbal hits just to kind of beef up the attack on the crashes and some heavy parts of songs. Over here, I have a pair of 14-inch A-Custom hi-hats. Mostly, I normally like the Master Sounds, but these ones are almost identical to the Master Sound Edition versus these ones. Like the Master Sound Edition, they have the rippled hi-hat bottom, which kind of projects the air out. And then down here, last but not least, I have a 10-inch K-Custom Dark Splash. I do this, I'm setting it down here now because it's just easier to get whenever I do certain little fills and stuff between the cymbals, and it's just really discreet and it gets really easy to do, you know, like bell and little splash hits. Now I'll go to the drums. I'm playing a D-Drum Reflex series. I just bought this kit last year and I love it. It sounds really great, sounds really boomy. With the rack tom right here, it's a 12x8 rack tom. I got it mounted on the stand here. And then down here I have the floor tom, which is a 16x14. And then with the kick drum, I just went with a longer kick drum. I'm used to playing the 18x22. This one is 22x20. It's just a little longer, projects a little more sound, and it sounds super boomy, really, really good live. And then with the snare drum, this one, however, is not D-Drum. It's from a company called SJC Custom Drums. I bought this off a friend a couple years ago, and it's hands down probably the best snare I've played. I'm not just saying that. It actually really is. It's super easy to tune. It's got a wide variety of tuning range. And as far as my tuning preferences, I like to crank it up, give it like a tabletop feel. And I got a little bit of moon gel on it too to just kind of control the overtone of it because it gets kind of ringy with these vented heads. And then like I said, this is a 14x7 SJC snare drum with, it's got 15 plies. So it's a little heavy, it's on the thicker side of things, and I love it. Okay, now for drum heads, I'm playing all Evans. They've been my preferred company for a while. So back to the snare drum, I have the Super Tough Dry. It's really, really durable. I don't have to change the heads out just as much as I used to. I usually try and change them at least once a month, so I'll actually go at least probably about 2 to 3 months without having to change them because they just hold up so well. For the toms, rack tom, I have the EC2 2-ply, which are very similar to the Remo pinstripes, and on the floor tom as well, I have the EC2 2-ply as well. And then on the bottom are the Evans Genera Resonance. They're super thin so they can ring out a little more since you got the 2-ply batter heads on top. And like I said, I got that one on the rack tom as well. For the kick drum is the EMAD 2s, that's also a 2-ply head for the kick. And then I got the super thin Aquarian kick pads on there. It just kind of helps the durability for the drum itself. Now as far as hardware, I'll go ahead and touch on that real quick. It's all primarily DW. I got a couple things that aren't. I got a little pearl mount right here that just kind of, it just booms off the main crash stand. Okay, now as far as pedals is concerned, I'm playing the Pearl Eliminator 2 double pedals. I wasn't too sure about them at first just because I was so set on the DW 5000s that I used to have. I love them. and they've been my preference for a while. And now for the throne, I just have the Gibraltar, just biker seat style. It's just really comfy, and this is something that I've been preferring for a while. And sticks, last but not least, I'm playing Vader, hickory wood tip. A lot of times I'll go back between these or the Vic Firth 5Bs, standard rock stick, and these are what I've been playing. Thanks for checking out my setup today. Be sure to check out the new album titled This Cold Rational World. It'll be out on iTunes, Spotify, and now currently Bandcamp. Thank you guys for the continuous support, and also be sure to check out the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media outlets. Thanks you guys. Cheers.